Okay, I'm very glad for the two previous speakers to have all mentioned creators, influencers, authenticity and all that. Because 3 years, 4 years ago, every person that we met will be asking us, influencer, what's that? Bloggers, huh? Yeah. So I'm pretty glad. Today we have that stage to be speaking. So Andrew mentioned we're from Kobe. Nope, we don't sell beef. Nope, I'm not from Japan. Nope, I don't like basketball. Not a fan of Kobe Bryant, but Kobe is the Chinese word Kobe, which stands for word of mouth, kind of like reputation management, credibility. And so when we tell people that we are the leaders in creator marketing, influencer marketing, the next question people like to ask us is, okay, so who are your influencers? Are they popular? Are they pretty? Do I know them? Right? So intentionally put this face over here, it's faceless, kind of ghastly, but I'm thankful the Chinese Hungry Ghost Festival is over. So we're trying to tell people, hey, it's not about how popular you are, it's not about how pretty you are, it's really about how relevant you are, right? In that example, when Amazon is trying to do a Twitch streaming, bringing the most famous singer may not help out, but with the authenticity, it may be helpful, right? So it's about relevance. So today I'm going to share with you how we can stand out, but some background about us. So we've won 6 times Influencer Agency of the Year, thanks to Marketing Interactive, both gold and silver for the 3 years. And we're also official Meta and TikTok partners. We recently acquired by We Are Social, which is listed by Blue Focus in China. So part of a 3,000 man group in the world that is very specialized in social media. And to us, social isn't a platform. It is a narrative that you and I all have since we were created. Whichever way you believe it is, it works. Okay, so I'm going to share with you this narrative, and we are only influencer marketing and how we think of it. So we've got 20,000 over content creators signed up with us. For the last 7 years since we started, I'm very thankful to all the creators that has been helping us across the 6 markets. I see there are friends from Thailand, from Philippines. I met a few at my table. Hi. So we've got creators all across Southeast Asia. That's our specialization, and also we're agnostic to the platform. So we worked a little bit on Twitch also, and we're looking forward to that. And also on Instagram, on TikTok a lot nowadays. Okay. And some of our clients in different industries. In the past, I think influencer marketing is predominantly in the beauty industry or the F&B. But today, it's a lot in all the different sectors, even government bodies, even financial institutions, right? Now we see it very commonly. All these are kind of big brands, right? Except Casetify, which did not exist 4 5 years ago, but today I think they're close to 1B. And the phone case, it's USD, I think $50 or $80, 80. You gotta wait for it, and it's a lot more like a lifestyle symbol, kind of a luxury item to state who you are, not a commodity. Really proud of them if we're working with them. 1,500 content creators every month, and that's the reason why everybody sitting here probably knows this brand. Okay. So these are some of the numbers that we've worked on, and you can see that now influencer is very cluttered. Everybody knows it. It's no longer whether I should do it; it's how do I do it well. Okay. Reason why we exist: people like to skip ad the moment. I don't know if you got kids, but if you got kids, their fingers are probably on the YouTube skip ad button faster than any one of us. I've seen that happen, right? So people don't like ads, but people like relevance. Okay. So now the world has changed or is already changing. We need authenticity, we need fluidity. The question is, how are we going to be able to ace that and change with the world? So I'm going to teach you some frameworks that we use internally. Okay, we call it the ABCs of influence. A stands for awareness, B stands for branding, and C stands for convert. If at the end of half an hour and you're really, really hungry and you forget many things, I totally understand because I am quite hungry too. I feel a bit bad to be, the final person before your lunch. So I'm trying to make this good and useful lah, huh? So remember the ABCs, okay? So the first one is A, awareness. Today, because a lot of us have got ad blocker installed somewhere, somehow, electronically, or maybe psychologically. When you walk past a place where you know that there are people giving out pamphlets, you kind of psychologically know how to tune it. For the Singaporeans over here, we use the word siam. Okay, no reaction. But basically, we try to avoid all these people, right? Or when you're on a website and you know there is an ad, your eyes automatically kind of shift away and you know exactly where's the X button to quickly close it before you read your own content, right? If you want to grab someone's awareness, organic content helps. Three V's, okay, volume, versatility, and visibility. With content creators out there, right, when they bring out a certain content, a brand like Tastify, a watch like Daniel Wellington, right, or any events you have out there, the Zook out, right, that flood, that social media buzz of things going on, right, gives you the volume and also gives you the visibility. Regardless anybody is on any platform, that conversations help you steer your brand message. Okay, this is an example of Tastify on how you're just marketing a phone case, okay? And when they started, it was only for iPhone. Just marketing a phone case, and there were a very strong competitors back then who also marketed phone case for durability, for the features, for the strength, out of box, pigeon. But when you're marketing a phone case and you're marketing it like a fashion item, look how the power of influence can shape us to look at a phone case quite differently. That it just feels better when I take it out for a mirror selfie nowadays, right? The power of influence, okay, and the volume that we do. Okay, so in influencer marketing, these are certain key things when you're trying to do the awareness portion. Cover all the different platforms. Using influencers also helps you to do localization kind of quickly because you may not know how exactly to speak Tagalog or Thai. Or when you're going to engage influencers, they're going to speak their language to their followers and you get to hijack that loyalty that they have, that language capability, that culture nuances that they already know. That helps you very much in trying to get your message out there. And of course, their authenticity. Okay? B, for branding, right? We all know the power of storytelling. Thank you, Alice, for sharing. So facts tell, but stories sell. How are you going to tell a story and who better to tell it other than the person who really experienced it, like the influencer themselves? So this is an example where how we can curate certain stories we want to tell with a storyboard, with a concept so that influencers can go through the journey and then share their stories. Okay, so this is the framework I think that I'm really proud of. That helped us to win a couple of awards in the recent years, and we call it the KRC, the Kobe Relevancy Concept. We are always very much brainstorming internally. How can we make people's thumbs stop scrolling? Right? When you are sitting in a train or you're in transit, you see everybody's thumbs just scroll with the speed of lightning. How can we make someone stop and actually click on the little more button or to read some of the message that all the marketers are trying to jam inside the caption? How do you do that, right? And what works, right? Then everybody is thinking, okay, the brand Coca-Cola tells me to say that my drink is great. I need to listen to my customer, which is the brand, right? And then I knock, knock, knock. Hey, influencer, can you please say that Coca-Cola is great? But she's like, but I don't typically do that kind of content. I'm a more of a Twitch personality. I don't try to drink drinks on my platform. So question, do you listen to the brand or do you listen to the content creator who has, by the way, 5 million followers, or the brand that is going to give you their marketing budget? Stuck, right? And if you're influencer marketing company that's sitting here, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So our point here is don't focus on the brand and not the creator as well. People to focus on is the consumers, you and I. right? I'm not gonna listen if you're gonna tell me that Coca-Cola is great because I already know that, And whatever you do, I wanna know what's in it for me as a consumer. When I am scrolling, what makes a difference for me? I probably like it just the way it is, when a can of Coke is opened and then that gassy sound makes me want to drink. I just want to see that, man. Think about what the consumer wants. So over here, we've got three stakeholders: consumers, the creators, and the brand. A winning concept is a winning concept that can balance all three stakeholders, not just the brand and not just the creator, but also the consumers. And in fact, consumers is the priority. Whenever we come up with all the award-winning concepts, we think consumers first. What would the consumers think? Will they think it's authentic? We can think that it's authentic, but if they don't think so, then it's no point. Okay? So these are some of the examples. You can do very fun stuff with content creation and influencer marketing. In the past, it's very hold and post. Buy this. 99 Shopee promotion, right? Hold and post, we call it. Nope. Today, influencer marketing is very different. Authenticity is key. We play things like green screen, we do text overlay, we do creative overlay, right? We also do some visual design and things like that to add certain elements of creativity into influencer marketing content. So this one, we won the award in 2021. It was a tie-up between Mountain Dew and PUBG, the game. Okay. So instead of just, holding a bottle of Mountain Dew and smiling to everybody, what we got the creators to do, if you can see the first top left example, the guy, he looks like he's in a game, PUBG. PUBG lovers, I think you would be able to identify the image. I personally cannot. So content can help to call out to the people that you desire to talk to. Because if I were to see it, I wouldn't recognize it. But if you're a PUBG player, you probably will. Okay. The last C, A is awareness, B is branding, C is convert. So the last C, right? Something that maybe performance marketers, right, like to hear. C, you can convert. Everybody's like, how do you measure influencer marketing? How do you know that it works, right? See, for convert, there are very many ways that you can try to convert using influencer marketing content. Okay, an example, right, is to use the content that is well done, well created, to continue to buy ads on it, to amplify its outreach to two objectives, right? Number one, a content creator uploads something on live or on his or her social media. It probably lasts for only 7 days, unfortunately. Right? And after that, it's buried by everything else. Yes, you can say stays there for a lifetime, it's pinned to your highlights or whatsoever, it's pinned to the top row and stuff. But the effect of the organic growth is already over. So one way you can do it is to buy some ads over it and you can lengthen the longevity of the duration, number one. Number two, the content creator only has 1 million followers, right? And they're all within the parenting segment. What you can do with this is you can buy ads and then you can reach beyond that 1 million followers. And that's also very helpful, right? But thing to note is that content needs to make sense to the general public. Because usually content only makes sense for the followers. So in selecting the right content, it needs to have some thinking behind. Okay, so this is an example of another one of our client, Philips, right? I think they do a really good job, and we managed to get a lot of good content across Singapore, Thailand, Philippines, right? Getting the content creators to share the recipes. So for this one, different campaigns, we go for different objectives. Philips is a brand everybody already knows of. We want to go for saves, right? What content will people want to save? One very standard idea would be recipes, right? And with this, people get to save because it is not a object like FMCG, fast moving, is a drink, is a bubble tea. I see the content, I'm feeling hungry, I'm gonna get it, I want to try it. No, it's an air fryer and it's over $2,000. I probably save it and I'll think about it and probably ask my family, do you all really want it, right? It is not something that is short sales cycle and it's not something that you can trigger on impulse. So how do you then optimize the sales funnel so that someone would purchase it, get people to save it, right? So we managed to achieve it with all the recipes on how you can do it fast and do it conveniently, right? And we also designed a strategy around our regional influence to make sure that we are able to create that desire for the product that we're selling and then get people to explore about it by pinning it to their social and things like that, and finally convert. One content can also be used in multiple places, from the e-commerce marketplace to the different social media platforms, and can stick around. All right, so the last part after you've learned about the ABC is about, okay, so these are really good techniques that I can do to achieve good influence on different platforms for achieving different objectives. How can I do it at scale, right? Talent management. How do you manage 20,000 talents? I mean, talents are people, influencers are people as well. How do you manage all these people? Technology. So I also quite happy that we believe that good influencer marketing has to have a fine balance between art and science. The art part is how you strategize the concept, how you want to stand out, the KRC framework that we use, right? And then there is a science part. So there are four pillars in influencer marketing that needs to happen well. Okay, first you need to discover the right creator, right? And what is their personality like? Okay, and some in the past, it was quite straightforward, right? I like food bloggers. Can you get me some, right? Lifestyle or parents, just very one dimensional. But hey, you can be a parent plus having a lifestyle plus travel plus eat, right? So, which are you? Okay, we no longer use such big words to blanket wide segment creators. Creators are now segmented into very mini. They could be, I need Muslims in Singapore who has quit smoking in the last 3 years. And by the way, it's a true case that we have got clients with these kind of requirements. And by the way, I also need them cannot have scandal, right? Cannot have complaints before, right? And also quite neutral in a political stand. And by now, you can probably guess that this is probably one of our government clients, right? So sometimes nowadays the requirements are very specific. I need someone who's eco-friendly, has kids, but the kids don't want to be too old because I'm selling very young kids products, right? So very specific. So you need to break down the influencer not just in a one-dimensional way, but if they were to be able to manage the talent, you are able to tell all their lifestyle, their patterns, the nitty-gritty details and stuff. Okay, the second one is able to know who are their audiences. Okay, in this example, if you're trying to get this influencer to talk about, say, baby products, right? This female influencer. What if his or her followers are all male? Is that the target audience that you're trying to get at? Maybe not, right? So you need to know the influencers' followers. Are they of the right gender, location, age group, right? When we do for alcohol clients, it's very important, right? There's certain restrictions that you cannot be targeting people below a certain age. When we do for very localized, hyper local events or restaurants or services, you cannot be using influencers who has got followers from all over the world. It's going to be wasting marketing dollars. So, not just knowing the influencer nowadays, you need to know who the audiences are. Okay, and then you got to make sure that all the management is efficient, from the billing to the draft editing to the comments, the scheduling, when it's go live. Sometimes it can take a really long manual process, so that whole efficiency, the workflow needs to be done. Okay, and of course all the data tracking so you can optimize the campaign. I forgot to mention, you gotta make sure that your influencer has not bought fake followers or fake likes. That's common. That's very common. So you gotta just make sure that, because number one, it's gonna waste your money. Number two, it actually damages some reputation as well. Okay, so our technology is able to do this. All of it. It's called the IMS Influencer Management System. We've patented it in 8 countries, Singapore included, 6 countries in Southeast Asia, and Korea and Japan. So this is an example of how every influencer or creator that joins us, we are able to study a personality through their image or through their videos that they've put up. We slice it. We do a little bit of machine learning and AI across it. So we are able to bucket them up in data that we are able to interpret. A little bit of natural language processing over there. And with that, we are able to say such certain terms, single or combined, also negate certain terms that we don't want. For example, nudity, violence, or whatsoever. Okay. And then they will be able to pop up, tell us the respective stats, whether they've bought fake followers, what's the engagement rate, what's the number of and etc. before we decide to engage them. Okay. So in a nutshell, that's who I am, our company, and what we've got to say about influencer marketing. Please scan over here. I think you will be able to connect. Love to meet every one of you. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a good lunch.
Wow, thank you very much.